Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at Okayama International Circuit in Okayama, Japan. The wind speed is 19 kilometers per hour from the northwest. CADS is P2. Deadly D4N13L from United States in Hairpin is first driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Buggy from Zimbabwe in first corner is P3, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. CADS from Jamaica in Revolver is P2. Cloudy Badger 29 is P3, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Deadly D4 N13L in Atwood Curve is fourth. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in first corner is P5, driving a Nissan GTR GT3. Deadly D4N13L is P2. CADS in Hairpin is third. Cloudy Badger 29 is P-5. "55 minutes remaining in the session. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 12.48 in Atwood Curve. AHS3M from Canada in Piper is P3, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Deadly D4N13L is P2. Best lap is a 133.121, 2.198 off pole. Sebastian Beaulieu in Redmond is P5. Buggy is first up 0.11, driving a 911 GT3R. Buggy is up 0.59 in last corner. Buggy improved his P1 with a 130.183. Buggy is up 0.25 in Williams. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in hairpin is P2 up 0.11. Buggy is P1, driving a 911 GT3R. Best lap is a 130.183. Cloudy Badger 29 in hairpin is P6 on mediums, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Buggy in Hobbs is first. Deadly D4N13L in Redman is P3. Buggy in first corner is P1. Sebastian Beaulieu is P2, driving a Nissan GTR GT3. Best lap is a 130.413.230 off pole. Cloudy Badger 29 is P6. Deadly D 4N13L is third up 0.30. Deadly D4N13L is up 1.00 in hairpin. Deadly D4N13L is up 1.40 in Redmond. 50 minutes remaining in the session. Deadly D4N13L improved his third with a 131.086, .903 off pole. Deadly D4N13L is up 0.13 in Williams. Buggy is P1. Buggy is up 0.40 in Revolver. Buggy is up 0.15 in Mike Knight corner. Cloudy Badger 29 in Revolver is fifth up 1.88. Sebastian Beaulieu is second up 0.10. AHS3N from Canada in Redman is P7. Sebastian Beaulieu in Redman is P2, up 0.17. Sebastian Beaulieu is provisional pole with a 1:30.002. Cloudy Badger 29 is P6, up 0.10. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 2.69 in Piper. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 4.19 in Mike Knight corner. AS3N is fifth up 2.10. Cads from Jamaica in Williams is seventh, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. "45 minutes remaining in the session. Cad Z is up 4.43 in hairpin. Cads is up 3.23 in Redmond. Sebastian Beaulieu in hairpin is first. Best lap is a 1:30.002. Cloudy Badger 29 in hairpin is fourth up 0.11. Cads from Jamaica in Revolver is seventh up 211. Cloudy Badger 29 in first corner is fourth. Sebastian Beaulieu in hairpin is P1. Sebastian Beaulieu is up 0.03 in Piper. Cloudy Badger 29 in hairpin is fourth. Best lap is a 136.737, 6.735 off pole. Sebastian Beaulieu in last corner is first. Bugging from Zimbabwe is P2. Cloudy Badger 29 in first corner is P4 on mediums. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 0.45 in hairpin. "40 minutes remaining in the session. Sebastian Beaulieu in first corner is first. Cad Z in first corner is P8. Sebastian Beaulieu is P1 up 0.10. Cad's in hairpin is 7th, up 1.74. Cad Z is up 1.60 in Hobbs. Cad's star is up 0.10 in Williams. Deadly D4N13L in Atwood Curve is P3 driving a Huracan GT3. Best lap is a 131.086, 1.084 off pole. Cadz in Piper is 4th up 0.72. Best lap is a 135.355, 5.353 off pole. Cadz is up 1.23 in Mike Knight corner. Cadz improved is P.4 with a 134.329, 4.327 off pole. Buggy from Zimbabwe in Atwood Curve is 2nd up 0.18. Buggy is up 0.15 in Revolver. Cloudy Badger 29 in first corner is P5. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 0.47 in hairpin. "35 minutes remaining in the session." Buggy is P2 up 0.47, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Buggy is up 0.62 in Piper. Buggy is up 0.49 in Mike Knight corner. Cadz / in Hobbs is 4th up 0.68. AHS3N is 6th up 4.73, driving a 488. Deadly D4N13L from United States in Williams is 3rd. OS3N in Williams is P7. Oz 3N is up 1.69 in hairpin. AHS 3N is up 1.73 in Redmond. AHS 3N is up 2.84 in last corner. Oz 3N improved is P7 with a 139.131, 1.129 off pole. Josh Fulton in first corner is P4, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Buggy in Redman is P2. Oz 3N is P7 up 0.11. AHS 3N is up 0.17 in Redmond. AHS 3N is up 0.62 in last corner. "30 minutes remaining in the session." AHS 3N improved is 7th with a 138.314, 0.8.312 off pole. Cloudy Badger 29 in Hobbs is P6 up 0.27, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Cad's Dot is P5 up 0.21. Best lap is a 134.329, 4.327 off pole. Josh Fulton in Revolver is 4th up 0.42, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Josh Fulton is up 0.29 in Mike Knight corner. Cloudy Badger 29 in Piper is 6th up 0.49, driving a 911 GT3R. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 0.93 in Mike Knight corner. Cloudy Badger 29 improved is 6th with a 135.582, 0.580 off pole. Cad's in Piper is P5, up 0.48. AHS3N is P7, up 0.51, driving a 488. HS3N is up 0.62 in Piper. AHS3N is up 120 in Mike Knight corner. AS3N improved as P7 with a 137.335. 7.333 off pole. Josh Fulton is P4, up 0.34. Josh Fulton is up 0.06 in Redmond. AHS3N in Hairpin is 7th, up 0.11, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Josh Fulton in last corner is P4, up 0.26. Josh Fulton improved this fourth with a 131.340, 1.338 off pole. 25 minutes remaining in the session. AS3N is P7, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Cloudy Badger 29 is P10 on mediums, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 13.34 in Atwood Curve. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 13.64 in Revolver. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 13.88 in Hobbs. Sebastian Bolio is P1, up 0.10. Sebastian Bolio is provisional pole with a 129.794. Sebastian Bolio is up 0.14 in Williams. Sebastian Bolio is up 0.12 in hairpin. Sebastian Bolio is up 0.07 in Redman. Buggy in Redman is P2 up 0.18, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Josh Fulton in hairpin is fourth up 0.37. Josh Fulton is up 0.90 in Hobbs. Josh Fulton improved is P3 with a 130.836, 1.042 off pole. HAS3N in first corner is 7th. 20 minutes remaining in the session. AHS3N is up 0.34 in hairpin. AHS3N is up 0.05 in Redman. Cloudy Badger 29 is P8, up 0.49, driving at AMG GT3. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 0.21 in last corner. Josh Fulton in Piper is P3 driving a AMG GT3. Best lap is a 1:30.836, 1.042 off pole. AHS3N is 7th up, 0.21. Buggy is second up, 0.24, driving a 911 GT3R. Buggy is up 0.16 in hairpin. Buggy is up 0.02 in Redmond. Cloudy Badger 29 in Atwood Curve is P8. Best lap is a 1:37.377, 7.583 off pole. Cads in Atwood Curve is 5th up, 0.11. Buggy in Moss S is P2 up, 0.10. Cads in Piper is P5 up, 0.29. Cloudy Badger 29 in Hobbs is 8th driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Josh Fulton in Hairpin is P3 up, 0.10. Cloudy Badger 29 in First Corner is P8. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Josh Fulton in Hobbs is P3. AHS3N in Hairpin is P-7 up, 0.15. Josh Fulton is P3. AHS3N in Redmond is 7th up, 0.14, driving a 488. Josh Fulton is 3rd up, 0.12. Josh Fulton is up 0.09 in Redmond. Oz3N from Canada in Moss S is 7th up, 0.45. AHS3N is up 0.44 in Hairpin. Buggy is P2 up 0.38. Buggy is up 0.15 in Mike Knight corner. Cads in Atwood Curve is 5th up, 1.18. Austrian in Williams is 7th. AS3N is up 0.56 in hairpin. AS3N is up 1.14 in Redman. AHS3N improved is P7 with a 135.599, 5.805 off pole. Cloudy Badger 29 in last quarter is P8. Cloudy Badger 29 improved is 8th with a 137.269, 7.475 off pole. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Josh Fulton in Williams is 3rd. Sebastian Beaulieu in Atwood Curve is P1. Best lap is a 129.794. Josh Fulton in Hairpin is 3rd driving an AMG GT3. Best lap is a 130.522, 0.728 off pole. Sebastian Beaulieu in Redmond is P1 driving a GTR. Buggy in Atwood Curve is 2nd. Sebastian Beaulieu in first corner is 1st. Cads from Jamaica in first corner is P5. Deadly D4NTL in first corner is P4. Cads is P5 driving a AMG GT3. Josh Fulton in Redmond is P3. Deadly D4N13L in Piper is 4th. Sebastian Boiu in first corner is P1, driving a GTR. AHS3N from Canada in Revolver is 7th. Best lap is a 1:35.599, 5.805 off pole. Josh Fulton in Hairpin is 3rd. Cloudy Badger 29 is P6 on mediums. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 9.95 in Atwood Curve. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 10.82 in Revolver. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 10.17 in Hobbs. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 0.05 in Williams. AS3N is P7. AHS3N is up 0.52 in Hairpin. Buggy in Atwood Curve is second up 0.45. AS3 in Piper is P7 up 0.30. Buggy in Hairpin is second up 0.58. AHS3N in Hobbs is 7th up 0.33 on mediums. Buggy in Redmond is P2 up 0.55. Buggy improved is second with a 130.124.330 off pole. Cloudy Badger 29 is P7 up 0.12. Best lap is a 135.582. 5.788 off pole. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 0.34 in Piper. Cloudy Badger 29 is up 1.73 in Mike Knight Corner. Cloudy Badger 29 improved is 8th with a 135.571, 5.777 off pole. Buggy is 2nd. Buggy is provisional pole with a 129.781. Base Cannon from United States in Atwood Curve is P5, up 0.87. Sebastian Beaulieu in Last Corner is P2, up 0.21. Sebastian Beaulieu is provisional pole with a 129.645. Base Cannon is 5th. Base Cannon is up 1.24 in Piper. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Bass Cannon is up 1.53 in Mike Knight Corner. Bass Cannon improved is P3 with a 130.091, 0.446 off pole. Oz3N in Hobbs is P9, up 1.07, driving a 488. AHS3N improved is 8th with a 134.702, 5.057 off pole. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in Mike Knight Corner is P1. Bass Cannon is P3. Best lap is a 130.091, 0.446 off pole. CAD Z is P7. The race session is at Okayama International Circuit in Okayama, Japan. The wind speed is 19 km/h from the north. Cloudy Badger 29 is P8. Sebastian Beaulieu is P1. Buggy from Zimbabwe is second, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Bass Cannon from United States is P3. Josh Fulton is P4, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Deadly D4N 13L from United States is fifth, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Pausch from United States is sixth, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Cads from Jamaica is seventh, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Oz 3N from Canada is 8th, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. 20 minutes remaining in the session at race start. Deadly D4N 13L is P1. Buggy in first corner is P2. Bass Cannon and Williams is P3. Buggy in Moss S is second. Bass Cannon is third. Josh Fulton in Atwood Curve is P3. Pausch is P3. Kadzi is fifth. Pausch in Hairpin is third. Josh Fulton in Revolver is P4. Josh Fulton passed Pausch for third. Pausch is P4. CAD-ZC is P5. Pausch is P4. Cads is fifth. Pausch is P4. Cads is fifth, 1.2 behind Pausch. Pausch in first corner is fifth, 0.7 ahead of Cloudy Badger 29. Pausch lost P5 to Cloudy Badger 29. Buggy is 8th. Buggy passed Deadly D4N 13L for 7th. Pausch is 6th. Buggy is 7th. Pausch is P6, 0.1 ahead of Buggy. Cloudy Badger 29 in Hairpin is P5, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R, 0.8 ahead of Buggy. Josh Fulton is third, 1.0 behind Bass Cannon. Pausch on lap 2 is P8, 0.4 behind Deadly D4 N13L. Josh Fulton in Mike Knight corner is P3, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3, 1.0 behind Bass Cannon. Pausch in last corner is P8. Josh Fulton in first corner is third, driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3, 1.0 behind Bass Cannon. Cads in Williams is fifth, 0.6 behind Buggy. Buggy was 2.4 faster last lap. Josh Fulton in Atwood Curve is P3, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3, 0.9 behind Bascannon. Pausch is 7th, 1.5 behind Deadly D4N 13L. Josh Fulton in Piper is P3, 0.8 behind Bascannon. Deadly D4N 13L is 6th, 1.2 behind Cadstar. Cadstar was 1.3 faster last lap. Josh Fulton in last corner is P3, 0.9 behind Bascannon. Cads in Mike Knight corner is P7, 0.6 behind Pausch. Josh Fulton in first corner is P3, 1.0 behind Bascannon. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Cads Va is P7. Josh Fulton in Atwood Curve is P3, 0.9 behind Bascannon. Cloudy Badger 29 is P8, 0.8 behind Cads ZZ. Josh Fulton in Hairpin on lap 4 is P3, 1.0 behind Bascannon. Cloudy Badger 29 is 8th, 0.3 behind CadZZ. Josh Fulton in Redman is P3. Best lap is a 1:30.644, 0.412 off the fastest lap. Cloudy Badger 29 is 8th, driving a 911 GT3R, 0.5 behind Cads Basha. Josh Fulton is 3rd, driving an AMG GT3, 1.0 behind Bascannon. Cloudy Badger 29 on lap 4 is 8th, 0.8 behind Cads. Josh Fulton on lap 5 is 3rd, 0.9 behind Bascannon. Cloudy Badger 29 in first corner is P8, 0.9 behind Cads. Josh Fulton on lap 5 is P3, 0.8 behind Bascannon. Cloudy Badger 29 in Atwood Curve is 8th, 0.4 behind Pads Star. Cloudy Badger 29 passed Cads Gads for P7. Josh Fulton is 3rd. Deadly D4N13L from United States in Revolver is P6, 1.9 ahead of Cloudy Badger 29. Josh Fulton in last corner is 3rd. Sebastian Beaulieu from Canada in Williams is P1, driving a Nissan GTR GT3, 3.3 ahead of Bascannon. Bascannon was 0.6 faster last lap. Josh Fulton in Atwood Curve is 3rd best. Lap is a 1:30.479, 0.247 off the fastest lap. Deadly D4N13L in Atwood Curve is P6, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3, 2.2 behind Pausch. Josh Fulton in Piper on lap 6 is third, 1.2 behind Bass Cannon. Buggy in Redmond is fourth, driving a 911 GT3R. Josh Fulton is P3, 1.7 behind Bass Cannon. Cloudy Badger 29 in last corner is 7th. Josh Fulton is P3, 1.7 behind Bass Cannon. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Deadly D4N13L is 6th, 2.1 behind Pausch. Josh Fulton in Hobbs is third, 1.7 behind Bass Cannon. Deadly D4N13L from United States in Hobbs is P6, 1.9 behind Pausch. Josh Fulton in Moss S is third, 1.9 behind Bass Cannon. Deadly D4N13L in Williams is 6th, 1.8 behind Pausch. Josh Fulton in Revolver is P3. Deadly D4N13L in Revolver is P6, 2.1 behind Pausch. Josh Fulton is P3, 1.9 behind Bass Cannon. Buggy in Williams is 4th. Josh Fulton is P3. Buggy in Hairpin on lap 9 is P4. Josh Fulton in Hobbs is P3. Buggy in last corner on lap 9 is 4th, 4.9 behind Josh Fulton. Hausch entering the pits is P5. Hausch is 5th. Hausch lost 5th to deadly D4N13L. Hausch lost 7th to AS3N. Josh Fulton in hairpin is P3, driving AMG 1.9 behind Bass Cannon. Sebastian Bolu in Hobbs is 1st, 4.6 ahead of Bass Cannon. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Josh Fulton in last corner is P3, driving at AMG GT3, 1.4 behind Bass Cannon. Buggy from Zimbabwe in first corner is P4, 4.7 behind Josh Fulton. Cloudy Badger 29 is 6th. Josh Fulton is P3, 1.5 behind Bass Cannon. Cloudy Badger 29 is 6th. Josh Fulton in Hobbs is P3, 1.7 behind Bass Cannon. AH3N is P7. Josh Fulton in Williams is P3, driving at AMG GT3, 1.9 behind Bass Cannon. Bass Cannon from United States is P2, 2.0 ahead of Josh Fulton. Josh Fulton in Revolver is P3, 1.7 behind Bass Cannon. Sebastian Bolio is P1, 3.7 ahead of Bass Cannon. Josh Fulton is 3rd. Hausch is 8th. Josh Fulton is third driving a AMG GT3, 1.6 behind Bass Cannon. Pausch in Moss S is P8. Josh Fulton is P3, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3, 1.6 behind Bass Cannon. Cloudy Badger, 29, is 6th. Pausch entering the pits is 8th. Cloudy Badger 29 lost P6 to AHS3N. Josh Fulton in Williams is P3, 1.8 behind Bass Cannon. Cloudy Badger 29 in Atwood Curve is 7th, 1.0 behind AHS3N. Josh Fulton is third, 1.6 behind Bass Cannon. Deadly D4N13L in Atwood Curve is P5. The leader has just finished the race. Sebastian Bolio finished first. AHS3N finished P6. Bass Cannon finished second. Josh Fulton finished third. Buggy finished P4. Cloudy Badger 29 finished 7th. Deadly D4N13L finished 5th. The race session is at Okayama International Circuit in Okayama, Japan. The wind speed is 14 km/h from the south-southwest. Cloudy Badger 29 is P1. AHS3N from Canada is second, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Deadly D4N13L from United States is P3, driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Buggy from Zimbabwe is P4 on softs, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Josh Fulton is fifth, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3. Base Cannon from United States is sixth. Sebastian Bolio from Canada is seventh, driving a Nissan GTR GT3. Pausch from United States is eighth, driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Deadly D4N13L is first. Pausch entering the pits is P8. Buggy is fourth. Cloudy Badger 29 in Williams is P3 on mediums, driving a Porsche 911 GT3R. Josh Fulton in Atwood Curve is P-4. AHS3N in Atwood Curve is P2. Josh Fulton is third. AS-N in Hairpin is P3. Pausch entering the pits is eighth. Josh Fulton is second. Sebastian Bolio is fourth. Josh Fulton in Redmond is second. AHS3N in Hobbs is fourth. Deadly D4N13L is fifth. Josh Fulton is P2. AHS3N is fourth. Josh Fulton in first corner is P2, 1.1 behind Buggy. AHS3N in Williams is fourth, driving a 488, 0.4 ahead of Deadly D4N13L. Josh Fulton in Atwood Curve is P2, 1.0 behind Buggy. Deadly D4N13L in Atwood Curve is fifth, 0.8 behind AHS3N. Josh Fulton in Hairpin is P2, 1.1 behind Buggy. Deadly D4N13L in Hairpin is fifth, 0.5 behind HSFREN. Deadly D4N13L passed AS3N for fourth. Josh Fulton is second. Base Cannon is P5. Base Cannon passed AHS3N for P4. Josh Fulton is P2. Deadly D4N13L is seventh. Josh Fulton in first corner is P2, 1.0 behind Buggy. Deadly D4N13L is P7, 0.1 behind Cloudy Badger 29. Josh Fulton in Atwood Curve is second, 1.1 behind Buggy. Cloudy Badger 29 in Moss S is P7. Best lap is a 135.463. 5.349 off the fastest lap. Josh Fulton in Piper is second, 0.8 behind Buggy. Sebastian Beaulieu is third. Best lap is a 130.114. Josh Fulton is P2, driving a AMG GT3, 1.2 ahead of Sebastian Beaulieu. Sebastian Beaulieu is P3, 1.2 behind Josh Fulton. Josh Fulton is P2, 1.1 ahead of Sebastian Beaulieu. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Sebastian Beaulieu is P3. Josh Fulton is P2, 1.0 ahead of Sebastian Beaulieu. Sebastian Beaulieu was 0.6 faster last lap. Sebastian Beaulieu is P3, 1.0 behind Josh Fulton. Josh Fulton is second, driving an AMG GT3, 0.7 behind Buggy. Sebastian Beaulieu in Redmond is P3, 0.9 behind Josh Fulton. Josh Fulton in Mike Knight Corner is P2, 1.0 behind Buggy. Sebastian Beaulieu is second, 0.2 behind Josh Fulton. Sebastian Beaulieu passed Josh Fulton for P1. Buggy is fourth. Josh Fulton in Moss S is P2, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3, 1.6 behind Sebastian Beaulieu. Buggy from Zimbabwe in Atwood Curve is P4, 2.7 behind Bass Cannon. Josh Fulton in Revolver is second, driving a Mercedes AMG GT3, 1.8 behind Sebastian Beaulieu. AHS3N in Revolver is fifth, 3.1 ahead of Deadly D4N13L. Deadly D4N13L was 3.1 faster last lap. Josh Fulton is P2, 2.1 behind Sebastian Beaulieu. Deadly D4N13L is sixth. Josh Fulton on lap 6 is second, 2.5 behind Sebastian Beaulieu. Deadly D4N13L in Moss S is P6, 0.5 behind HS3N. Sebastian Bolio is P1 driving a GTR, 2.5 ahead of Josh Fulton. Deadly D4N Teen L in hairpin is P6, 0.7 behind ASH and N. Buggy in Hobbs is 5th, 0.6 behind AS3N. Buggy passed Oz3N for 4th. Deadly D4N13L is 6th. Buggy in last corner is 5th, 0.2 ahead of Deadly D4N13L. Buggy lost 5th to Deadly D4N13L. Deadly D4N13L is 5th. Buggy in Williams on lap 7 is 6th, 1.2 behind Deadly D4N13L. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Deadly D4N13L is 5th. Buggy from Zimbabwe is 6th, 0.9 behind Deadly D4N13L. AHS3N in hairpin is P5, 0.4 ahead of Buggy. AHS3N lost 5th to Buggy. Buggy is 5th. Best lap is a 1:30.274, 0.176 off the fastest lap. Sebastian Bolio in Moss S is P1, 3.2 ahead of Josh Fulton. Sebastian Bolio was 0.6 faster last lap. Buggy in first corner is 5th, 2.0 behind Deadly D4N13L. AHS3N is P6. Deadly D4N13L from United States in Atwood Curve is 4th, 1.2 ahead of Buggy. Deadly D4N13L was 1.3 faster last lap. Deadly D4N13L lost P4 to Buggy. Bass Cannon is 3rd, 2.4 behind Josh Fulton. Cloudy Badger 29 in hairpin is P7. Bass Cannon is P3. Best lap is a 1:30.098. Josh Fulton in hairpin is P2, 3.5 behind Sebastian Bolio. Bass Cannon is 3rd, 2.4 behind Josh Fulton. Josh Fulton is P2, 2.3 ahead of Bass Cannon. Bass Cannon in first corner is P3, 2.1 behind Josh Fulton. AHSS3N in Redmond is P6. Bass Cannon is P3, 2.0 behind Josh Fulton. Deadly D4N13L in Atwood Curve is P5, driving a Huracan, 2.4 behind Buggy. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Bass Cannon is third, 2.3 behind Josh Fulton. OS3N in Atwood Curve is P7, 0.6 behind Cloudy Badger 29. Bass Cannon from United States and Williams is third, 2.1 behind Josh Fulton. Josh Fulton is second, 2.2 ahead of Bass Cannon. Bass Cannon is P3, 2.1 behind Josh Fulton. OS3N in last corner is 7th, 1.2 behind Cloudy Badger 29. OS3N was 0.5 faster last lap. Bass Cannon in Mike Knight corner is P3, 1.8 behind Josh Fulton. Deadly D4N13L in Revolver is P5. Best lap is a 131.549, 1.451 off the fastest lap. Bass Cannon in Atwood Curve is third, 1.5 behind Josh Fulton. Buggy on lap 11 is fifth, 3.0 ahead of Deadly D4N13L. Bass Cannon is P3, 1.0 behind Josh Fulton. Buggy in Atwood Curve is P4, 3.6 ahead of Deadly D4N13L. Bass Cannon from United States is P3, 0.8 behind Josh Fulton. OS3N in Moss S is P7. Bass Cannon in Williams is third driving a Audi, 1.0 behind Josh Fulton. Bass Cannon was 0.7 faster last lap. Josh Fulton is second, 0.9 ahead of Bass Cannon. Bass Cannon is third, 0.8 behind Josh Fulton. Deadly D4N13L in first corner is P5, driving a Huracan, 3.4 behind Buggy. Bass Cannon in Hobbs is third, 0.9 behind Josh Fulton. Sebastian Bolio is P1, 3.8 ahead of Josh Fulton. Bass Cannon in first corner is P3, 1.1 behind Josh Fulton. Cloudy Badger 29 in hairpin is sixth. Bass Cannon in Atwood Curve is P3, 1.1 behind Josh Fulton. Sebastian Beaulieu in Revolver is P1, 3.0 ahead of Josh Fulton. Bass Cannon in Redman is P3, 1.1 behind Josh Fulton. The leader has just finished the race. Sebastian Beaulieu finished first. Oz3N finished 7th. Josh Fulton finished P2. Bass Cannon finished 3rd. Buggy is P4. Buggy finished 4th. Deadly D4N13L finished P5. Cloudy Badger 29 is 6th. Cloudy Badger 29 finished 6th.